How long can you spend surfing the internet? Watching videos on YouTube? Checking notifications on Facebook? New message on Messenger? WhatsApp? Viber? Instagram? Oh, how can I forget Netflix? Have they ever made you bored? And what about PUBG? Opening premium crates, getting new skin of M416. Isn't that more exciting?
Yeah.
But how about starting a chapter from a textbook? Making notes? Just a few pages? Okay, don't make that face. I can see it. Don't worry, it's not only you who brings this boring look when it comes to reading textbooks.
Boring.
Maximum number of people worldwide can spend hours and hours on the internet doing nothing and staying dull throughout the day. Have you ever thought why? Why is it that you can spend hours on your phone just to realize how swiftly the time flies? And why is it that you easily get distracted from your textbooks when you have just turned a page a while ago? These all things are related to a neurotransmitter called dopamine. This chemical transfigures your boredom into an interesting stuff. I would call it the key to our desire, a fuel to our action. According to a research published in the Journal of Neuroscience, our brain gets flooded with more dopamine when we perform instant rewarding activities, categorized as high dopamine activities, than those activities which take a long time to show results, categorized as low dopamine activities. Our mind is always biased on this categorization of our daily activities. It always favors high dopamine activities like surfing internet, scrolling through social media, internet pornography, drinking alcohol and drugs, playing video games, and so on. But when it comes to low dopamine activities like reading textbook, going to gym regularly, meditation and yoga, the brain hesitates to release enough dopamine. So, lesser the dopamine, lesser is the desire. And hence, we prefer scrolling through social media and watching videos to reading books. Now, you might think, what's wrong with high dopamine? It's not causing any harm to me. Sorry, Matt, you are thinking wrong. There is something called tolerance. Let me explain you with this example. Someone who rarely drinks alcohol gets drunk fast. But the one who drinks daily needs to drink more to get drunk. Similar is the case with dopamine when you develop tolerance to it. When your brain gets flooded with excessive amount of dopamine regularly, it upregulates the dopamine receptors so that your body gets adapted to its high level, and that becomes your new normal. Gradually, your today's pleasurable activity becomes unpleasurable in the long run, and to get the same pleasure, you need to go to the extremes of that, due to which high dopamine activity will be more and more prioritized and your low dopamine activity will be left far behind. Hence, it becomes hard to get back to the old routine, moving back to those textbooks after a long gap, and this same problem is going to happen to many of us after this lockdown. So, what's the solution? The answer is performing dopamine detox. Dopamine detox is a ritual that you perform with the aim of resetting your neurochemical system by destimulating it. In this ritual, you are supposed to abstain from your high dopamine activities and spend whole of your ritual duration with low dopamine activities so that your dopamine receptors will recover. It's obviously not as simple as it has been said. You must be optimistic with full level of discipline while performing it, because it tries to control your mind, and tricking your mind is not that easy. There are different levels of dopamine detox you can perform depending on your level of addiction to a particular high dopamine activity. You can begin from 1 day a week when you will be trying to abstain from all of your high dopamine activities. You won't be using any sort of electronic devices, no net surfing, no music, nor any sort of pleasurable food. There's no doubt you will get bored. You're going to have a lot of that. But the whole idea of this ritual is to get you so bored that your once used to be boring stuff starts becoming interesting. That means you'll prefer reading or exercising to pass the time instead of doing nothing, and it does add vitality and vigor to your work. Now you might be wondering what to do and how to spend your day. Well, you can go for a walk, admire nature, go to gym, meditate, jot down your thoughts in a piece of paper, go out to have a cup of coffee with your friend so you don't miss the part of socializing. Think about your life and goals and make commitments for it so you get extra motivated. All of this might seem messy to do, but trust me, it does make a lot of benefits. It might seem hard to perform, but it will be easier once you are into it. After you perform a one-day ritual, gradually try to limit your high dopamine activities in other days of week as well. This can be done by rewarding yourself with your high dopamine activities after the completion of your targeted, productive hard work that actually benefits you in the long term. In this way, you will be more productive unknowingly, while all you will do is to chase for high dopamine for instant gratification just after the completion of your hard work. So, start up. Categorize your activities as low dopamine and high dopamine activities. Allocate a day and start performing your ritual. Try it, the result is simply unbelievable. To conclude, dopamine is a good chemical. It makes us do things, it motivates us and gives us pleasure. And for being self-motivated, you need to start dopamine detoxification of your brain. Put your best effort in utilizing dopamine for increasing your productivity and get its maximum benefit in your life. The choice is all yours. Keep in mind that you are the driver of your own life. Just drive it safe.